The staircase felt endless. I had counted the steps once, twice, yet the top never seemed to come closer. Each echo of my footfalls returned distorted, slower than I expected, overlapping itself in a way that made me question whether I was ascending or being pulled downward. The walls of the lighthouse pulsed with moisture and shadows that seemed to watch me, stretching when I turned, retreating when I blinked. The air smelled of salt, old wood, and something metallic like blood, long drawn. Every step I took made me feel smaller, insignificant, as if the tower had grown larger while I climbed. When I finally reached the lantern room, I found it empty, except for the railing and the spinning light. No keeper, no machinery, nothing visible. Yet the light rotated with uncanny precision, slow and hypnotic. It illuminated the fog, and in its glow, I saw them. Faces. Hundreds of them. Pale, wet, expressionless, floating in the mist below the cliff. They weren't people. Not anymore. Some had missing eyes, others mouths sewn shut, some with limbs bent at angles that should have been impossible, and they all turned toward me, or perhaps toward the lighthouse itself, waiting. I stepped back instinctively, but my foot hit nothing solid. The floor seemed to ripple beneath me, and I realized I wasn't fully on the ground anymore. My weight felt distributed differently, as if gravity had shifted the center on the spinning light. The whispers began again, overlapping my thoughts. Inside my head, outside my head, a choir of insistence. They spoke my name, repeated it, in echoes, each iteration pulling me closer to the edge. The lighthouse wanted me to see. The lighthouse wanted me to join. A cold wind surged through the room, carrying a figure in black from the fog below. Its hands reached for me, stretching impossibly, fingers long and clawed. I stumbled back, but the shadows shifted around me. Wrapping my legs in darkness, it felt alive. I realized then that the lighthouse wasn't merely a tower. It was a conduit, a trap, a window between the living and whatever the fog carried. And I had walked straight into it. The figure climbed faster than it should have, not bound by steps or air, yet it moved with terrifying deliberation. The whispers now spoke in voices I recognized. Neighbors, strangers, my own future selves, all calling me, warning me, guiding me. I understood the truth in an instant. The lighthouse had been keeping count of every human foolish enough to approach. The spinning light marked their arrival. The fog carried their shadows back down. None had left, and I knew I wouldn't either if I didn't act. I grasped the railing, heart hammering, the whispers crescendoing into a scream that was everywhere at once. My own reflection in the glass of the lantern room stared back at me, twisted, older, silent. It mouthed words I hadn't yet learned. The fog below churned violently, rising as though the cliff itself was breathing. Shapes surged upward, their pale hands stretching toward the railing. I had a choice: step outside into the fog or retreat into the stairwell that now seemed impossibly far away. I chose this stairwell. The moment my foot touched the first step, the floor beneath the lantern room shifted, light fractured. Shadows scattered and reformed. My heart raced as the staircase warped around me, curling in impossible spirals. Whispers followed, tugging, warning, beckoning. Step after step, I descended, feeling the air grow warmer, the fog farther, but never gone. My legs burned, my lungs ached. Yet the lighthouse never stopped spinning. The top remained illuminated, always calling. Finally, I reached the base, the door I had opened hours before now, blocking my way out. Outside, the fog stretched over the cliff, a dark tide ready to consume. I forced it open, stumbled into the cold night, and ran. My ears rang with whispers that followed me, my eyes catching glimpses of pale shapes retreating into the fog, yet somehow tracking me. The lighthouse loomed above, its light still turning, still alive, still waiting. I didn't stop until the highway lights appeared. The town below was quiet, normal, unaware. I tried to explain what I had seen to anyone, but words failed me. The lighthouse shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be active. It shouldn't have recognized me. But I know better now. Every so often, when the fog rolls in thick and the night is still, I see its light from miles away. I hear the faintest whispers calling my name. and I know that the lighthouse has not forgotten me. It is still waiting. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell to uncover more hidden files, and stay updated with our weekly episodes.